So this is the fire boss on hell. Okay, so this is the comp that I use. I believe if you rune Sigmaris good enough, he could replace Tower, because all I need Tower for is that he has an AoE damage as well as a nuke on the second. And I think Sig has that as well. Plus, Sig also has effects that will be useful when Xiaolin uses her third skill. So it will add more damage basically, because her third skill is based off of the number of effects that you can apply on the boss, which is good. So yeah, so let's look at the runes. So this is Galleon. I prefer him to have a shield rune at least, because it will help you survive longer. It helps your unit survive until you get to the boss. And as you can see, he was not fully skilled, but it's fine, because in the last one, at least the percentage of application of the skill is not affected, because I'm only lacking like the cooldown skill up. I just need to get more galleons, I guess. Anyway, or any pirate captains. And this is Toor. I don't like him on Vio for this run, but I'm still gonna use him, because it's turn order is very important when you get to the boss, and if he gets an extra turn, especially in the beginning, when you attack the boss, usually it screws up my whole attack. This is Stella. He could be on Swift. She could be on Swift runes, Fatal or Rage. It doesn't matter, as long as she has enough attack power, speed, and of course crit values. So if you can make her a little bit tankier, that's good as well. This is Xiaolin. She's raid built basically. She has a little bit of HP, some attack, some speed, yeah. And this is Wusa. Wusa doesn't have to be like really fast, but the most important thing for Wusa is he just has to have the first turn. I'll explain more later. And Chloe, you can use Chloe instead of Wusa. I've used Chloe a lot before, and she works with the strategy that I'm going to explain to you when we get to the boss. Like I said, I haven't tried Sig, but I've been wanting to try Sig. I just didn't rune him very well at first, so I didn't like, he was just like a side character for me, so I didn't focus on ruining him, but I will give him a try next time. So with that, let's start this. Okay, so usually the first stage I just nuke everyone. Ew. And okay, so AoE damage. I hate it when the defense break doesn't really kill, like, I mean, doesn't apply. And another thing is, if you have like beneficial effects, they tend to, just tend to at least attack the unit with the beneficial effects first, which is good. And in here, I usually put up Wusa's third skill, because the other third skills for Galleon and Tower are usually still on cooldown. So I need Wusa's third to help me survive longer. Plus the crystal usually applies a defense break. So let's see. So yeah, it helps me keep that defense break out so I don't get killed, because everyone is just so squishy. Let's see. Okay. I usually like use Tower's second skill a lot for this because it has a pretty low cooldown, so it works for me. And usually, yeah, you just don't have to worry about it, like not being able to use it in the final boss when you start to attack the final boss. Okay, so here's the boss. Now, when you get to the boss, as you can see, take note of the towers. Usually I don't like this combination of towers, but since hopefully this works, but you have to kill the will tower, because when the immunity is up, this is not gonna work, because our strategy is to nuke the boss like real quickly. And so you get 6 turns before the boss gets a turn. So, and as long as Tower doesn't violent proc, so usually a Swift Tower is very preferable here, so he doesn't get an extra turn, and he doesn't mess up your turn order. So first, I don't use it because I'm supposed to have time to use it on the third if Tower doesn't proc. Then I use an AoE skill. Boom. Okay, now it's important to apply brand, because you need the brand to kill the boss. You need to have enough damage. And now see, as long as Tower didn't proc, you have time to put up Wusa's third skill before the boss gets another turn. It's the same with Chloe. And it's even more important when you have Chloe. Okay, so there. Now use our second skill. Ew. Now the most important thing here is for Xiaolin to survive, because she needs to nuke the boss to death. That's it. That's why I hated it, the Vio, because he goes crazy with it turns, and there's a risk that you die if you're not tanky enough. And Tower and Stella were very squishy. So as long as you don't, like for example, if it's Rage, it's actually it will work like Rage will. Then usually they all survive. But still, it's done. And if you have any questions, you can ask me as well. But I think that's all. That's all covered. This is the fire boss, and yeah. Oh, that sucks. Anyway, so that's it. I hope this helps, and good luck, everyone.